As a matter of fact, you have every right to feel however you want to feel about any situation. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. Usually I talk about fitness and a little bit of beauty and I'm kind of being silly, but today's video is a slightly more serious. In today's video, I'm going to talk about, wow, there's a dog, right when I'm trying to be serious. Please hurry up. Bark at what you need to. So in today's video, I kind of want to talk about ways that you can pick yourself up when you are feeling down. And let's be real, it is very difficult to go out into the world and do your best, look your best, especially when you don't really feel your best. So if you want to know how you can pick yourself up, how to pull yourself out of a funk when you are feeling down, then just keep on watching. Okay, so tip number one, if you are feeling down or if you are in a funk, then be down, be in a funk. I hate to sound super cliche because y'all know I'm a thug, but it is 100% okay not to be okay. When you're in a funk or if you're feeling down, the last thing you want to do is to suppress those emotions, because what you are doing is dismissing your feelings and dismissing your thoughts. You know, if you're going through something, a lot of times what we do is we pretend like we don't care, or we pretend like it's not important, or we pretend like it doesn't matter. But guess what? It does. If something is bothering you, if something makes you sad, then you have every right to feel that way. As a matter of fact, you have every right to feel however you want to feel about any situation. In my opinion, I honestly believe the best way to pick yourself up when you are down is to understand what got you down in the first place. And you cannot do that if you're dismissing your emotions, pretending like it's not important. Like, you have to address it. It is okay to be sad. It is okay to feel down. Like, you are human. It is going to happen. So if you are feeling down, like, feel it. Like, get involved in those emotions. See what's really going on. So for tip number two, it kind of plays along with tip number one. Take your time. Take however much time you need in order to make yourself feel better. I would much rather you take 2 days to yourself feeling like shit, really getting everything out, than trying to navigate the world with so much heaviness on your mind, on your heart, and on your spirit. Like, it doesn't work. We've all done it. What's going to happen is the problem that was originally bothering you in the first place is going to start pouring into other parts of your life, and you do not want that to happen, because then you're going to have an even bigger problem. Take your time. Like, take as much time as you need. There is absolutely nothing wrong with that. So for tip number three, this one kind of goes along with tip number two. Yes, it is very important to take your time, but it is also important to take some time to yourself. And do not let anybody make you feel bad for needing a few moments to yourself. I consider myself an extrovert. Like, I love being around people. I love being around my friends and stuff like that. But when I am going through something, I would much rather spend a couple of days to myself to really unpack whatever's bothering me, deal with the situation at hand, kind of recharge and refocus, because I know that when I'm feeling down, like, I cannot be my best self. Like, I cannot be the best Jalen if I have so much on my mind. I feel like this is really important, especially because when you're feeling down, you know, when you're in a funk, the first thing people like to do is just be like, you know what? I'm going through a lot right now, but you know what? I'm just gonna spend some time with my loved ones. While yes, that is very important, and I definitely agree with it, and we're gonna talk about why that's important a little bit later on, but when you're really dealing with something, like, I honestly believe that a lot of times when you choose to surround yourself with people, either two things are happening. Either you are using that as an escape mechanism for you to not have to deal with the situation, or you're dealing with this, whatever's going on in your life, and you're not really sure what to do about it, so you kind of get input from friends on how you should feel about it, and I don't think you should do that. everyone is different, right? Everyone feels different emotions. Everyone handles situations differently. And like I said, I definitely do think there is a time and a place, especially if you're feeling down, when you should surround yourself by people who really care about you. But I do think there's a time and a place for it, and I think it really just depends on you. So no, I am not telling you not to hang out with your friends and stuff like that. I'm just saying, like, you know you. Sometimes it is important to take a few days to yourself. Tip number 4 is to journal. I think this tip is so underrated because I get it, right? Nobody wants to sit down with pen and paper and write. It's 2019, nobody wants to do that. But when I say journaling, I don't mean anything fancy. I mean literally setting a timer for 5 minutes, sitting down, pen and paper, and just writing out everything that's on your mind. I love journaling because a lot of the times when you're going through something, you have so much on your mind. There's so much on your heart. Like, there's just so much going on. There's so many thoughts racing through your head. Journaling is perfect because a lot of times you're just transferring the thoughts that you have in your head onto paper. Automatically, I promise you, you will feel like a weight has been lifted off your shoulders. It doesn't have to be complete sentences. It don't even have to make sense. You don't even have to read it when you are finished. Another reason why I like journaling is because if I have a problem that I'm not sure how to solve, usually if I decide to journal about it, within like the first 3 minutes, I've already solved the problem. And then of course, tip number 5, if you are feeling down, then I definitely think you should do something that makes you feel better. The reason why I am putting this tip at number 5 instead of number 1, because like I've mentioned throughout this video, the best way to truly pull yourself up is to really work through those emotions, to feel those emotions. And I feel like once you've done that part, then you can start implementing things that make you feel better. For me personally, I like watching 90s TV shows for some strange reason. Shows like A Different World, Martin, Living Single, The Fresh Prince. Like, I love shows like that. So if you're kind of at that phase when you're like, I've done all the work and now I just want to feel better, like now I just want to start getting back to my old self, then I highly recommend, you know, finding something that you like and only you know you. So it can literally be anything. If you want to spend time with friends, this will be a good time for that. Maybe it's a favorite movie, a favorite meal, whatever the case it may be. I recommend personally is the time to really like implement that. And finally, my last tip to remember is practice self-compassion. There is absolutely nothing wrong with you. You are human. Like I said early in the video, you have every right to feel however you want to feel about whatever situation. My personal opinion, I feel like life is 50% negative, 50% positive. So every day is not going to be a great day, and that is okay. Take your time, do what you need to do to make yourself feel better, really feel your emotions, work through your emotions, and you are going to be okay. Be easy on yourself, love yourself. You are literally doing the best you can. You are valid, and so are your emotions.